Ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes at the Much Music Video Awards? Well, now's your chance. My name's Ryan Valdron, and I had the honor of representing Bell Media and 104.9 JRfm at this year's MMVAs. Take a look.
My lips are very chapped, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this 100 lip chap.
I have one too. This thing is called 100. Just coincidentally, there's 100 kisses, so we're trying to keep all the ladies' lips moist out there with this lip chap that we've got going on.
You know, you only really think that way when things aren't going well. You know, when you feel like the writing, there's some sort of blind spot in the writing. We've never felt that way. We've talked about some of the cast directing episodes, and I think we all have so much respect for one another and each other's process. I can't imagine giving Simon a comedic note. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they're all so very talented. But possibly one day writing. I've had a couple of story ideas, and they've asked me to jot them down, and I lose my nerve about halfway through, but maybe at some point I'll take vacation. And he just couldn't have been sweeter. Literally would take me at lunch hours over to the sound stages where they were shooting Ghostbusters 2 and Harlem Nights, and you know, I was 13, 14, and hanging out with Red Fox and Bill Murray, and I was just, it was the first time I've been in California, never mind in a film before, and meeting people like this. So it was, he was just incredible. It was really nice. There's something about these characters on Big Bang. I think that there's a vulnerability there, and people just want to be sweet to us, which is very nice. They treat us like we're very fragile little beings, and people are just so very nice about it. No one's been foolish enough to assume that I'm as smart as Leonard and ask me any science questions. But
late night biking. Yeah. Thinking of taking a job at the city dump, maybe?
Pretty much all activities
slow pitch
after hours.
Yeah.
Landing remote control helicopters.
All of the above. Landing a real helicopter.
Yeah, you know, I get tweets all the time and stuff of like, thank you so much for, you know, doing the music you love and doing rock and roll, and I understand. This is just what I love rock and roll. I love all music, you know. Even if I do a country album in 10 years, it'll still have my rock and roll influence because that's just kind of my thing. I kind of started again and started writing for other artists. Really had a chance to work with some amazing people, Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, writing for those girls and whatnot. That was an amazing accomplishment there. But also just kind of recreating, you know, and being able to have that space and freedom. I signed with my manager's label, 21 Music, and they really gave me that creative freedom. So it just took some time to grow up and just create the sound, create this album. It'd probably be Jim Morrison, because then I'd probably have an affair with him. And we'd write some great music together at the same time. That sounds good.
Yeah, let's whisper.
You're close.
Olivia Newton-John, looks like physical.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's actually Wham. Who said Wham? There you go.
There you go.
Damn, Wham.
We took Wham and we pushed it even further.
It's a plan.
Yeah, no, I mean, it all makes sense when you open up the new album that's coming out in 2 days. We have like some pictures, and then if you see it,
there's a theme.
If you don't see it, you'll just think our outfits were completely ridiculous for no reason.
There's a concept.
I kind of went for Right Said Fred myself, but you know, that's just me. I kind of had no choice.
She's great.
On that note, simple plan.
What happened is that this is a little bit of a different scenario because usually I make the music, or sometimes I bring the song to the artist, or sometimes we make it together. But this time the song was already done. It was a hip-hop record. And they asked me first for a remix, and it's just that it went so big that in Europe they only worked on my version, you know, but it's not like we were in the studio writing together. You know, they gave me a song and I created the music around it.
Please welcome to our stage, Lady Gaga. Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Look beautiful.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, Canada.
So, how does it feel to be back in Toronto?
I'm so happy. Thanks for inviting me back to perform. I feel really blessed, and I get this really interesting feeling whenever I'm here because Canada was the first place that I broke. So whenever I'm here, I feel like a new artist.
Your stage show, we just continue to be inspired, like I said before, and just entertained by you. And we're so happy to have you back at the MMVAs. You know, we're still talking about the bra and the pyrotechnics from last time. How involved are you in this whole creative process when you're performing?
I'm completely involved. Everything that I do on stage all comes from some sort of dream or imaginative journey that I've gone on, and I work with actually Lorianne Gibson, who's from Toronto, born and raised, and she helps me to bring the vision to life for the show. So everything you saw tonight was something that we had been working on for a little while. I would say that I am just part of the voice, and it is never wrong to speak up in the defense of love, in the defense of unity, in the defense of togetherness. And I have always had gay friends, and I have been very, very rooted in the gay community since I was young, and I feel a moral obligation to defend my fan base and to make the world a better place. And if some people don't want to be defined by me as their mother, that's wonderful. I don't view it in that way. I view it as me, as part of the generation, not as the leader.
Well, there you go. Now you've seen what goes on behind the scenes at the Much Music Video Awards. Until next year, cheers. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/RyanValleyD.